How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to more Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness. Alright, let's see if I remember correctly. Teddiursa has an Ultra Ball, very nice. If I remember correctly, we were basically done with reclaiming the ONBS building. All we had left to do was basically just save net. Everybody else was already taken care of. I went and bought more Pokeballs. I did all this on screen, of course. I haven't done anything off screen yet. We're kind of playing that by ear, where if I feel like I'm under-leveled, or I end up with a teammate that's under-leveled, or I want to catch stuff in the Pokespots, that kind of thing, then I'll consider doing that. But for now, I think we're good. For those just joining in, our team thus far is Jolteon, Spheal, and Teddiursa with an asterisk, basically because it's got pickup, so that's giving me additional items, as you just saw. Outside of that, we're keeping Shroomish on the team for now, due to the fact it's got False Swipe, which makes catching Pokemon easier, and Delcatty on the team because it's got Attract, which makes catching Pokemon easier. So these two will be replaced at some point, as will eventually the Teddiursa. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and switch Duskull in, just to work on that heart gauge bit. These guys suddenly came here, and they're really mean. I tried to make them stop, but you didn't. Hold it, I can't let you get past here. Okay, well then I'll just beat you up. It's probably fine. Alright, this guy does have a Shadow Pokemon, but he does not have it out on the field currently. I am going to focus the Kadabra for now. Both those are pretty good at special attack, but Kadabra is more frail physically. So I think he would be the easier one to beat. Interesting choice, but okay. I meant to do this last time, so I'm going to check again. Oh no, it's 100% accuracy. All these are 100% accuracy. Yes, I should just go with Body Slam. You think I would know this, considering I was figuring if I could put Body Slam on one of my Fire Red teammates. As it turns out, I couldn't. They don't learn it naturally, and there's no TM for it. But I did consider it just due to it being a, you know... Sure, it's a normal move, which really aren't that widely chosen, at least, in terms of ones that can do damage, but it's got good damage and apparently perfect accuracy, also with the chance to paralyze, so... You might as well. Maybe it's just because the Duskull's under-leveled, but clearly it's not, not doing a lot of damage. He got so pumped he almost fell over, I guess. Sure, why not? Oh, he man. Yeah, we'll go ahead and switch into Jolteon, I guess. I feel like nobody's doing any damage all of a sudden. Let's try to fix that. If Secret Power does enough, I might have gotten them both out in the same turn, which would be nice. And there's our Shadow Pokemon, Ralts. Was enough. Alright, so can't use Attract, so... I am still considering Ralts. The only reason I don't want to use Ralts is just because I use it all the time. We'll just throw some sand at it, I guess. But like every time I play Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, this is always one that I use. So that's kind of... It's really the only reason I don't want to use it, but that said, I don't want it to just be like same song and dance here. The issue is that I have such a limited set of choices for Pokemon in this game that might be part of the reason that I choose to. The other issue is, at least for Shadow Pokemon, it's going to be a little bit before we pick up anything that I'm going to want to use. So I might also end up choosing it for that reason. Unless I get something from one of the Poké spots, maybe. I would consider a few of these. I would consider using the R online. I would consider using Wooper/Quagsire. I would consider Sandshrew. I would consider Trapinch. Wait, when did it get hurt? Or, like, confused? I never confused it. Fine, we'll just reset then. And also get my controller cord stuck on something. There we go. Did Secret Power do that? I didn't think it was something that Secret Power could do. Let's see. So we know Flaffy's gonna be in the front this time. We also know apparently I'm gonna get stuck on the rail trying to go up the freaking staircase there. I'm still gonna target Kadabra. Oh, it is something that can confuse. Okay. I never remember that happening in, the only other game I really used Secret Power was Colosseum with Umbreon, but I never really remember that happening. Of it having the ability to inflict confusion. That's either because I didn't use it enough, or it just never happened regardless, but... Alright. I don't remember if Vigoroth is more physical defense or special, so I'll just go for the same type attack bonus. Could be level-wise, but it looks like it's more of a physical defense than special. Yeah, I feel like that was deserved for it to stay alive, considering you got 5 hits and 2 of them were criticals with Fury Swipes. That's the kind of luck that tournament-level players, not that they'd ever use it, but if they did, could only dream that they'd have. Get that crap out of here. Ooh, it is a male this time, so it actually could be hit with Attract. Is Flaffy gonna be dumb? Yes, it is. Now let's just do the smart thing here and do as much damage to Flaffy that we can before inevitably Spiel gets killed. Yep, and that'll do it. Thanks for holding on as long as you could, Spiel. Now here's the million-dollar question, which I'm pretty sure the answer is no, which is, can a Pokemon be infatuated and confused at the same time? The logical assumption would be no, because, like, you can't be poisoned and burned at the same time. Like, there's sets of statuses that can't go together. And I feel like stuff like infatuation and confusion would fall into the same category. Oops, I ended all the work that Ralts tried to do. Alright, that's honestly about as good as we could possibly hope for. It's in the red, it's paralyzed, it's infatuated. Can't ask for much better than that. There we go, Ralts was caught. Those creeps suddenly showed up and drove me away from my lookout spot. Whoops, who cares about that? Those creeps took Meg with 2 Gs hostages and they took her into this room. You're really strong, aren't you? Please help Meg with 2 Gs. Well, first I'm gonna go heal. And I think for the time being, I'm gonna go ahead and put Ralts in my party to get the heart gauge down, but also get experience potentially. So if I decide to use it, that will give me a little bit of a head start on getting levels. Because once it gets purified, the minute it gains a single level, it's going to evolve, because it's already at 20. Again, I'm still kind of leaning towards no, but the big problem is just the fact that so many of the Shadow Pokemon are in the final area. Gotta count how many there are. Alright, let's have a look here on the way back. How many are in the final area? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, or 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 35. 35 the Shadow Pokemon are in the final area. That's a bit ridiculous. $35 out of 83. That is a very good percentage. Yikes. Alright, now that we're done farting around, let's actually go make a progress. Now hand over our data ROM. Of all the people it could have ended up with, it had to be with you, Net, the whiz of data analysis. Wouldn't do to let you keep it. Alright, keep your hands off my sister. The data ROM is right here. Good boy, you catch on real quick. Toss me that data ROM nice and easy now. Heh, okay, I'll thank you for returning the data ROM. By the way, let me guess. Are you maybe thinking it doesn't matter because you've already copied the data on this? Captain, we've finished completely scrubbing data from ONBS's servers. It's all gone, sir. What? That's why I'm not worried. It's heartbreaking, isn't it? Well, thanks for being such a great host, but we've got to go. Here's your sister back. Net, Meg with 2 Gs, are you alright? Look at me just strutting in. Jeez, man. Walking in like I'm the actual CEO of this building. Alright, apparently that's the way we're gonna play here. What level are these? I should have paid attention to that. 23. Doesn't justify being able to hit that hard, though. That's his Shadow Pokemon. Did he send it out not last? That's kind of rare for them to do. Yeah, he didn't send it out last. Huh, alright. See, I'm kind of wondering if I should level grind a little bit, because, yeah, I do have the level advantage with at least my main team, but it does not seem to be making that much of a difference. Case in point. They were the same level. Well, as long as I can get Raichu out, and Raichu's not going to be able to go before Steel since it got paralyzed. Sorry, I had to double check something there. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to need to start actually grinding for levels, despite the fact that I have higher leveled Pokemon than my opponents. They're just defeating me too easily here. At this point, I'm just trying to throw statuses on them to slow them down. And it is not making a difference. Speaking of not making a difference, I don't think this is going to make a difference either, unfortunately. I want to revive Jolteon, but I feel like Spheal's got a better chance to survive. And even then, probably we'll probably still get killed in one hit. Alright, there, I'm at full health. Exactly how much damage is this gonna do? Yeah, I don't think I can win then, if that's the case. So, only one choice. Blind luck. Because a Pokemon that's 4 levels lower than 2 of my teammates is too strong. And is killing me in one hit. Cool. That works. Sometimes the game just says no, and you just have to tell it, too bad, yes. This is one of those times. Drat, I didn't see this coming. But I got what I came for. I don't need to stick around when I've got this Dataram. Adios. Later, nerd. Are you okay? You got us out of that jam. But now that the data analysis is finished, Cypher creeps. Still, from what we did manage to decrypt, a part of Cypher's criminal plans became clear. For instance, Cypher was behind the disappearance of that cargo ship, the SS Libra. There's more. Cypher is planning a major attack on Phenac City. Oh no, Ned, is that true? Marcia's gone off to Phenac City. She said she was going to investigate why the town's communication systems are down. What? Cypher could attack there at any time. We need your help. Could you inform the mayor of Phenac City about Cypher's coming attack? Sure. Phenac is east of here. Let them know about Cypher's attack plan as soon as possible. Apparently, I'm allergic to Phenac City since I just let out a violent sneeze. In Phenac City, there's a guy named Justy who's the leader of the Prestige Precept Center. Try to hook up with him. I'm sure he'll be eager to help you stop Cypher from attacking his town. I'll do my best to recover the precious data they deleted. Alright. Yeah, suffice to say, we probably should level our team a tiny bit. At least the ones, like, maybe not Jolteon and Spheal, maybe keep them the same, but, like, level the rest of the team. Get Ralts purified and evolved. Because this is getting a little bit ridiculous. It's amazing they pulled off a caper of the scale so brazenly in broad daylight. If this incident is any indication, it appears Cypher will become even more active in the days to come. I know there are a lot of them, but we shouldn't have been that unprepared. I was giving Chief Sherles a rundown of events. You do that. But yeah, this is also partially the reason I was considering using Grimers to have something a little bit more defense-based. I guess Spheal sort of is a little defense-based, but it was still getting knocked out pretty easily there. I think I'll just work on these two for now, of just leveling Delcatty slightly and purifying Ralts so that Ralts is actually going to be able to do damage. Yep, gotta do a new one because we have not done anything here yet. Not for the actual challenges. So we'll do 10 floors and we'll see how things look from there. I'm definitely not just gonna, like, go until I eventually lose. That would take way too long. Nah. I think I already saved anyway. I was gonna say maybe I should consider going back for, getting synchronized rather than trace, but I might have to go 20 floors instead of 10 because this is not going to be a lot of EXP. I knew they were going to be low level since they're level 1. I didn't think they would be level 9. I was expecting like 12, 13 maybe. You gotta feel bad for her, though. Like, she's basically the person that everybody's gonna be beating up on that takes the Mount Battle Challenge, because inevitably they're gonna have to go through her. Even somebody that would lose would have to fight her, but most people are probably going to get a victory against her. Alright, that's not horrible. I assume Confusion is probably going to be what Ralts gets back after it's purified, rather than the last move it's got there. I know Delcatty's not exactly considered good or anything, but it does feel more bulky than at least most of my team is, despite the fact it's not the highest level. I'm starting to feel like I should have Grimer out here gaining this EXP to try to get a defensive Pokemon, though. Like, the more and more I think about it, the more and more I'm just like, Shroomish doesn't feel like it's worth having just for False Swipe. Also, this guy only has just the one Hoot Hoot. Alright, that's cool. Surprised they did that, but alright. Nice little spin there, though. It was very nice. It's quality. You know what? I will do that. This is what I mean about, especially with Mount Battle, you, like, if you're gonna do the 100 in a row, you just have to straight up ignore that spot monitor. Speaking of which, I should probably find out where the spot monitor is actually responding at. Which is... Oasis. Which is the only one there's anything left at. So Fanfi, I think, was the only one that we got. We did see a hop appear, but it... Oh, we got the rare one here. Okay. I need to try and be a little careful here, then. Alright, let's start with paralyzing it. If you're playing along and didn't watch the last episode for whatever reason, just for the record, if you don't necessarily want Surskit, you can trade Surskit in order to get a Shuckle, if Shuckle is more your style. Alright, that paralyzed it. Good. See, like, Shroomish is nice for encounters like this, but this is not coming up often enough to justify actually using it. I know Breloom can be good. I have used one before in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, but I just don't think here that it's gonna work. Sometimes I wonder if the game remembers that, like, the opponent has a status effect. Because it seems like there are times where it just forgets that. Where it's like, paralysis? What paralysis? There's no paralysis there. Just on the off chance it's got some, like, self-damaging attack, a la takedown or whatever, I doubt it, but on the off chance it does. I'm gonna leave it with a tiny bit of health, and then give it one more status effect. See, look, it even went through that. It went through paralysis, like, 4 times in a row, and then paralysis attracts. Nope. Doesn't matter. Alright. Let's see if we can get this. I have no idea what Surskit's catch rate is off the top of my head, but... Perfect. It's also only level 13, so, like, it shouldn't be that ridiculous. Well, it's nice to know we caught one of the rare ones, at least. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and make the call now. Jolteon, Spheal. Thank you for the super potion. Hold on. Excuse me. Yep, I'm still getting rid of some of that cough, but thankfully it's very few and far between. I'm going to go ahead and swap out Shroomish for Grimer. I'll have Shroomer around for False Swipe for the Pokespot Pokemon. But I think I just need another more defensive Pokemon on my team, slash HP, whatever you want to call it. Just something that will survive a little bit better. Do I not have Grimer yet? I thought I picked it up. Maybe I haven't gotten it yet. Alright, well, if that's the case, I guess we'll keep the team as is. One other thing I could do, though, since I have that Surskit. Then throw it in here. Could have sworn Grimer was one of the ones we picked up from one of the Hexagon guys, but nope. Oh, it was Gulpin, that's right. Because there was two poison types that were pretty nearby each other, which was Spinarak and Gulpin, and I figured Spinarak was one that we got from one of them, and Gulpin was from a completely different set, but nope, that is not the case. So we get Grimer decently soon here, at least in terms of the list of Shadow Pokemon, we get it decently soon. So for now, I'll probably just do Mount Battle enough to get Ralts purified, because let's face it, Shadow Wave or Shadow Hold or whatever is just not gonna cut it, so we'll swap that out. Also, how's it going, Pokeboy? Welcome. Man, those are some fabulous pants. Purple pinstriped vertical striped pants. Since you're just joining us as of right now, going over the plan once more. Going to Mount Battle because I almost lost to the big bad of the OMDS building, despite the fact I was a couple levels higher than him. His highest was level 22, and he was one-shotting my level 26s. So I figured might as well start Mount Battle at least a little bit here. Maybe go through, at most, 2 sets, but also getting Ralts purified so that it's got something that's not, like, Shadow Hold. The Shadow moves just aren't going to cut it with Ralts. It's not going to happen. It's not going to be good enough. And the only reason I'm on the early floors is because this is the first time that I've been here, not counting the story beat, so have to start at the bottom. Surprisingly, it wasn't the Raichu, it was the Mawile. Its Shadow Tackle was, like, one-shotting my team. I had a Spheal that was 4 levels higher than it and at full health, and it sent it from full health to empty in one hit. Wasn't a critical hit either. Just straight up nailed it. So I ended up going for the the raw luck chance and threw an Ultra Ball that I got from pickup thanks to Teddy Ursa while it was at full health, and actually managed to catch it that way. What's your EV? EV is, my EV is a Jolteon. I'll show its stats in a second here once I'm out of this battle. I've got 2 for my team that I'm using for sure, which is Jolteon and Spheal, and then I have 2 that will be coming up that I know that I'll use. The reason I'm using Delcatty is pretty simple. I'm not keeping it permanently on my team. The reason why is for this. Literally just attract to make catching the Shadow Pokemon easier. Once I actually start filling out my team more, I'm going to be dumping Delcatty. That's the only reason why it's here. Same thing for Shroomish, False Swipe. Other than that, I'm not keeping it on my team permanently. Yeah, Rash-Natured, Jolteon, and those are its stats. And there's this moveset, which it hasn't really gained anything yet, but it's still only level 26, so it's, you know, it's early. First playthrough. Now, this is 3rd, I think. I've streamed playing through this game once before, but it was a long time ago, and then I myself have played it on my own time. I think one other time, I don't remember if I finished it or just got very close to finishing it. But I have played through the game in full before, at least one time. I still find it so weird that dude only has 1 Pokemon, despite being... Like, it would be kind of odd, but not that weird if it was the first trainer, but the fact it's trainer 4 is just really strange. He only has 1 as well? What? What is going on with this first area? I don't remember this being the case. But I also don't remember coming here too much. I probably did to grind up for the end game, since there's a giant level jump. But I probably also went through this floor once, and then every other time I was training on a higher floor level. Using 3 of your party members. I would assume Teddy Ursa, technically, with an asterisk of, like, having it in your party for the pickup, which is why I have it. Half of my team is not ones I plan on keeping permanently right now, so... Ralts I'm still on the fence for, but I'm kind of leaning towards yes, of using it. Even though I've used it a bunch in Gen 3, just because early you don't have a lot of choices, because... As you probably already know, well, not most, but almost all of the good Shadow Pokemon are in the final area, or a very high majority of them are. Like, over 30 of them are there. And I don't want to wait till the final area to be like, yeah, now I can start adding in team members. Perfect. Like, there's one that I'll probably use, for post-game, like showing off Mount Battle and doing all that, but it's like literally one of the last ones that you catch. So for actual story, by the time I got it and went all the way back and purified it, like, I'd be using it for, I think, 1 or 2 fights. It would be very, very small amount. So what I might do is I might end up taking one of the Pokespot Pokemon. I am kind of leaning towards potentially doing that. With potentially using Aron, Wooper, Sandshrew, or Trapinch. I have raised all of those before in different games, so I have a bit of an idea of what that's going to be like. I know Trapinch is not the easiest thing in the world to raise starting out. Wooper would be nice just to have, like, the fact it's only got grass for weakness. But all four of those are at least a little bit more defensive. In particular, obviously, Aron, which is just built like a truck. We did it. We've beaten Horbit. Horbit, more like 2-bit. Volvix can now be purified. We'll probably be seeing a couple of those messages because last time I checked the purification, there was a few that were about at the same level. Can Aaron with rocket? Yeah, if I could. I do have one. I don't remember checking its ability, but I was also running out of time on the stream at the time, so we'll have a look. Oh no, it does get confusion right now. Okay. Yeah, in terms of what we've caught for Pokespot Pokemon, right now, Fanfi, Surskit, Aron, and I think that's it. I accidentally critical killed a Hoppip and the Sandshrew, but luckily those are both the common Pokemon of their respective areas, so it wasn't too big of a deal as a result. Nope, no Protect for you. The reason I kept going after the Pineco is I figured he was gonna do his typical little self-destruct / explosion thing. But surprisingly, he didn't. Land of mostly sand, organized crime, and unrealistic names. Too true. I do love this region, though. I know it probably won't happen, but I would love to have a third game set in the Ore region. I talked about it either last stream or stream before, but, like, I feel like I do like Colosseum, and I do think in a lot of senses XD is better because it fixed a lot of the issues that Colosseum had. So I think if someone were to make it, or if Nintendo were to make another one, and they, like, actually paid real clear attention to what did and did not work in the first two games, they could have a very, very solid game on their hands. Yeah, Colosseum did have a better story. It's mostly just quality of life stuff. Like, purifying in this game is way easier because of the chamber. Having even a small amount of wild Pokemon that are available is also a nice touch as well. Just, like, very small quality of life things. But yeah, I do like Colosseum as a story better. I do like Wes as a protagonist more than Michael. As for the obtainable Pokemon, that one, I'd probably lean towards Colosseum, I think. But I also just like having both Umbreon and Espeon. The reason I didn't choose either of those is because I played Colosseum. And so I kind of just avoid picking them because it's like, well, I already used them in the exact same style game. Which basically just narrows the choices just down to either Vaporeon or Jolteon, because Flareon is not viable at this point in the series at all. And tragically, Vaporeon cannot learn Surf in this game. Does not learn it naturally, and there's no HM for it, so... And Jolteon will get Thunder Wave pretty early, which will help you catch Shadow Pokemon, so... Your mileage may vary. Alright, let's go beat up Vander. Yeah, Jump Bluff is not a bad choice. The Skip Loom Hop Hit Jump Bluff line. I don't think I used it in a stream run for Coliseum, but I think I did in one that was on my own time. I think I did use it. I probably should have used Hidden Power there, but my instinct is just like, oh, an attack that doesn't miss that's actually pretty decent for damage, just use it. Though I don't think ultimately it's going to matter, because this is probably not going to be very hard. You get him, Zigzagoon. You show them why you're the Pokemon that people get confused with my favorite when I tell them what it is. They're like, oh, you like the little, like, brown raccoon. No, that's not the one you're thinking of. Or it is the one you're thinking of, but it's the wrong one. Was that all he had? I could have sworn he had a team of 6. Nope, I guess not. Okay. Again, since it wasn't a very hard fight, I wasn't really paying attention, but I just assumed he had a full team of 6. But nope, I guess not. Yet a Macho Brace. That's an interesting thing to give, but okay. Alright. We'll just go until Ralts is ready to be purified, and then I'll see where we are in terms of getting close or far away to, just the Cyndaquil. Alright, that works. We'll see how close or far away we are from finishing Area 2 at that point. I can't imagine it will be very far in. It will probably be like 14, 13 maybe. Hi, Cyndaquil. Sorry I had to kill you. You best stay on your toes. You best get a second Pokemon, my dude. Like, even if it's not a great Pokemon, having just one on your team and making it a 1v2 is going to put you at a significant disadvantage. Oh, right, reverse mode's a thing. That hasn't happened in a while to any of my team. Or any of my Shadow Pokemon, at least. Though I guess, to be fair, it just won't come up in this game as much as it would in Coliseum, because you don't have to purify them by having them battle. Since you can just stick them in the Purify Chamber, so... Yeah, Cyndaquil was my first Pokemon that I ever had, and I still have the original one that I got. It's on my... either my Soul Silver file or my Diamond file, but it is on also my Battle Revolution file. The Pokemon Coliseum game, or Pokemon Stadium game for Wii. I mean, Totodile's also a good pick. Really, it's just, as long as it's not Chikorita. I wouldn't say Chikorita's the worst starter I've ever had. I did end up trying to use one before, and it was a mess. But it's not the worst one that I've tried to use at all. I've definitely used a worse one before. Which is going to be interesting when I actually get back to... let's just try to get rid of Shuckle. Which would be interesting when I go to replay that game, because I only played it the one time. So it'll be interesting to see if using a different starter will make my opinion of the game a little bit less muddled. Because all I really remember about the game is just having that starter, and by the time I was at the third gym, I was like, I have to ditch this thing. It's not happening. I'm just not. It was like almost double the level of what I was fighting, and it was still getting killed like super, super easily, despite the fact that it was supposed to be a very defensive Pokemon, and it was not happening. But that wasn't Chikorita, that was a different Pokemon. Alright, we've left y'all alone for as long as we can, why not? It's always kind of nice to have Wynaut or Wobbuffet on the field, because at least with the AI, they almost always try to use the counter/mirror code on you, so as a result, if you just don't attack it, they just can't do anything. Or choose not to, I guess. Voltorb can now be purified. C-Dot and Ladybug, huh? Alright, well, Ladybug's gonna get hit with a Shockwave. Yeah, that's true. Starting with a flying gym would be a little rough. We'll just go with Confusion. I don't think C-Dot turns into a dark type yet. I'm pretty sure it's just pure grass. Looks like Ralts is going to be... It's either ready to be purified now, or there's a tiny sliver of the shadow bar left. In which case, it'll be one more fight. Oh, congrats on surviving, C-Dot. Here's your reward. Favorite Pokemon? Favorite Pokemon in terms of, like, battling, or favorite Pokemon in terms of looks? Which, ironically enough, at least the first ones that come to mind for both of those as answers are both in this game. Oh, speaking of Totodile from earlier. Ah, Feebas, I remember trying and failing to catch you in Ruby Sapphire. Snubble. Yeah, sure, go ahead. Use your Intimidate, see if I care. There we go. I think now that they're done walking in front of my apartment, I'm pretty sure my neighbors are gone. I don't know if the mic could pick it up. I assume not, but there was some howling going on earlier that didn't sound like a dog, sounded like a human howling as if they were pretending to be a dog. I mean, for all I know, on every level except physical, maybe they're a wolf. If you know, you know. Yeah, favorite, at least in terms of battling in the old gens, is Salamence, for sure. That thing is my baby, and it is absolutely phenomenal. I know it's not as good now, but, like, back in the day, that thing was insanely good. Especially in Gen 3 in particular, because there was all of, what, 3 ice types to pick, and one of them was Snorunt, so, yeah. Not a lot of good options to counteract that, really. Luripin Torchic. Alright, let's see. There we go. I actually do like Torchic, despite the fact that it's usually not my go-to choice for Gen 3. My go-to is actually typically Trico. But I know whenever we get around to doing the verses for Gen 3, since I don't get first pick of starters, I know I'm not getting it. I know for sure Icarus is going to be taking Trico. There's like a 1% chance she might decide to do something different, but I sincerely doubt it. So I will probably end up with Torchic as a result. I figure we might as well clear the second area because, if nothing else, Ralts is still going to be getting that that experience once it's purified. So, Writer E-chart. It's like an email, except it's an E-chart. Makes sense. Ralts traced, Ralts synchronize. You did it. We're very proud of you. He's like, oh darn it, I should have brought more than one Pokemon with me. Good effort, Rob. Yeah, phenomenal. Like, truly top of the class. I can see why you're level 17 and not 1. Yeah, that's true. I do also get an item. Bodybuilder Delph. Speaking of the Gen 3 Pokemon. But yeah, favorite in terms of looks, and also technically battling, because I figured out how to make it pretty useful, is definitely Zangoose. Without question. Love Zangoose. Nah, go ahead and do that. I know it's 5 levels higher than Silcoon, but it's also just a Slugma. It's not... I don't think we should be too terribly worried. Also, ma'am, your Silcoon should have evolved into a Beautifly by now. Just saying. Yep, it sure is. Alright. Call and kill. Since you've been playing through, remind me, at what point can you actually start getting Pokesnacks again? I'm going to be doing that mostly off-screen at this point. Just because I don't want to, like, just drop everything and just run for the Pokespot the minute that something happens. Constantly. But I don't remember at what point that's available. Obviously the Pokespots are available because I went to it earlier. But I do remember looking around in a couple of the stores and not yet seeing the snacks available. Oh, no, wait, that might not work. You can get them after ONBS. Okay. I guess I could technically look it up right now while this is going on. At least according to Bulbapedia, any Pokemart after resolving the ONBS crisis, and any Pokespot from the herb... What? Oh, okay, got it. So, if Munchlax eats the player's bait, you can get it from the herb shop owner at any Pokespot. That was worded really strangely. Look at it spin around. Look at that Darude. Alright, now that everybody has taken adequate and substantial damage from the sandstorm, let's actually finish this fight. Alright, Area 2 leader. I'm Eldoth, the Area 2 leader. It seems Area 2 is too easy for you. Yeah, well, you wouldn't let me start at, like, Area 4, but... as a result, now we gotta go kick your butt. The good news is even taking time to level grind / purify grind, I've actually got a little bit more time to stream tonight since my relief for last night got there late. That means that I can actually get there a little bit late intentionally as well, so I've got an extra half hour to work with. Poor Wingull. I don't mind Wingull that much, but man, it is just a light. Yep, electric attack and gone. Also, thank you for the follow. Enjoy your dancing, Bowser Pokeboy. Look at him, he's so happy. It is a bit strange, like, I do feel like the battling in this game does go a tiny bit faster than Colosseum, because I talked about this in the first episode. It does feel like it goes faster in a good way. But the one thing that doesn't feel like it goes faster in terms of the text boxes or lingering too long or whatever is whenever your Pokemon goes into reverse mode. That seems to be the one thing I've noticed that it doesn't hold true to. Like right there, whenever loads had fainted, it didn't bother showing the whole animation of it getting hit and then going back into place like it used to. It was just like, no, it's clearly gone. The health bar is gone. You can see that it's gone. Alright, what's the Area 2 item? TM03. Oh, I don't remember what that one is offhand. I know 1 is Focus Punch and 2 is Dragon Claw, but I don't remember what 3 is. Out of curiosity, what was it? Oh, Water Pulse. Yeah, you think I remember that? Jeez. They heal your Pokemon automatically, if I recall. Yep, okay. When do you do Mario Party nights? They're intermittently dispersed, but actually we are doing one on, I'm going to double check to make sure, Saturday night. And we should be starting that at 5 p.m., which is about 2 hours earlier than now. I'm going to double check that to make absolutely sure. Yes, Saturday at 5. If you want to check my schedule too, there is a Discord link below, and you can check on the schedule tab. I always try to post at the beginning of the week for what streams we're doing and when. But if you don't use Discord, if you want to know whenever I go live and what I'm doing, the Twitter link also works. And there is also a Facebook page. I usually don't post that one or mention it, but that is also an option. There is facebook.com/PitMarthRoy, which also notes when I go live. Any of those will work, though. I also announce when I go live on Discord. Any of those 3 will do. What time zone? Chicago. It's Chicago time zone. So it would be like almost 2 hours before right now, whatever your time zone is, on Saturday. Which I guess technically could be Sunday if you're off in a very far time zone. I do have a couple friends from New Zealand, so I know that is also possible. Let's use the Agate Village Purification Chamber. We don't use that very often. We'll make it special. Mostly because there's almost no reason to come here in this game. I think part of it, too, is just people got so tired of coming here in Coliseum because you couldn't use the Purify Chamber since it did not exist. I was about to say it would be interesting if you got like a small bonus for coming here instead of the chamber, but then that would discourage using the chamber, so... eh. Alright, what does it get back, out of curiosity? Shockwave. Oh, okay. And Sing. It's gonna get at least 1 level, surely. Yep. Calm Mind. Yes, I will actually replace something for that. What do we have? Sing's fine. I don't mind using a status effect, but 55 accuracy, I think I'll pass. And that will evolve into Kirlia. Okay, so it's about 9 o'clock where you are. Okay, if you're 2 hours ahead of me, then we'll be starting at 7. 7 on Saturday. No, I don't want to give a nickname. I'm good. If I was doing like a proper LP, I might try to figure out nicknames, but I would also probably be choosing my team well in advance. Whereas I'm not really doing that here. It's still lower level than others of my team, so I think I am going to leave it in the front slot. Which Mario Party do you play after? That's the thing. Using the channel points, y'all can decide. I've pretty much got almost all of them available. Pretty much the only thing not available is the 3DS games. Mario Parties 1 through 10, both the Switch Mario Parties. Technically Mario Party Advance, even though it's not really a Mario Party. And I need to figure out how to get the sound cooperating, but at least visually I can also do Mario Party DS. I do have a DS capture board to play that as well. So pretty good variety on whatever you want to choose using those channel points. Yeah, let's go ahead and head to Phenac, I guess. We'll see how it goes. Welcome to Phenac, and hooray, congratulations! Incredible as it may seem, you're exactly the 1 millionth visitor to Phenac. In commemoration, please accept this good disc case, which already comes with battle CDs. Okay. I do remember the battle CDs, though. I was able to get most of these, but, like, without using a guide, but there was a couple. Okay, you should take that to Rolgum Tower to the next town. Go, go, go. The Rolgum Tower is a short ways away in the northwest. You'll see it right away. The Rolgum Tower is the top battling facility where trainers can enjoy battle sims, among other events, using battle CDs. Off you go. Have a good time. Thanks. Rolgum Tower, an immense members-only tower that is jam-packed with entertainment. Which Mario Parties don't I have? I do own them all. It's just we can't... I don't have a 3DS capture board to be able to play the 3DS ones. But in terms of ones I own all of them. What is it with these battle CD things? Pokemon appear alright, but then when the battle ends, they just fade away. You don't get to keep them? Oh, sheesh. I dropped my secret savings into them because I thought I'd get rare Pokemon for real. There goes all the money down the proverbial drain. Let's get out of here. We're good if they don't give us any Pokemon. Just toss them out somewhere. What dummies. Wow, I can never get over how tall this place is. Top of that tower is a Coliseum. I'd love to take part in Coliseum battles, but I'm afraid of heights. So let's keep quiet about it, but I was the 1 millionth visitor to Phenac City, so someone gave me a battle CD. Don't you think that's lucky? Not really, no, I don't. Summon battling, Coliseum, battle bingo. Can't decide what battle I should try. We found a Protein. Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to make it. Fingers crossed. It'll be going on for probably about 4 hours, 4.5 hours. So that should be enough time for probably four different games of Mario Party. Also, I must walk right past that Carbos and somehow missed it. Ah, all the TMs, huh? I can actually afford these, too. These aren't as expensive as I thought they would be. No, I don't need those yet. Alright, let's see. So that's Blizzard, Hyper Beam, Reflect, my brain was saying, or Light Screen, there we go. I was getting it backwards. Protect, name I can't remember, but I don't ever use it. I was gonna say Thunderbolt, but I think Thunderbolt was TM24, was it not? I don't really need any of these though, so I'll pass on them. heal. Yeah, I do like the battle bingo. I remember that being a lot of fun. I'll probably do that at a later stream, though. I'm probably not going to do it right now. Not saying battle sims aren't fun, but I prefer things for doing things for real. Mount Battle's more style. I'm starting right now, non-stop 100, trying to run through at Mount Battle. I don't know if my Pokemon have the willpower to get it out, but it's something I will do one of these days. Can confirm it is not easy, but it is doable. I did do one in the Coliseum streams. Mayor Phenac used to drop in pretty much every day, but I haven't seen him around for some while. Hope he's not sick or anything. Nah, he's probably just dead. You're just gonna give me the... Yep. Seen it somewhere before. Was it you were on TV? You were with that mustache man. You know what? You look better on TV than in person. Battle Sim using Battle CDs. Unfortunately, Thieves have made off with a huge haul, so we only have a small section available right now. What's more, 2 customers just came and bought up most of what we had left. But if you have Battle CDs of your own, you may use them for Battle Sims. So let me know if you have a Battle CD you'd like to play. How may I serve you? We'll just do the first one. I don't think you have... Do you have to do all of these to progress? To where she'll leave you alone? I think you only have to do one. See, I know it's only the first one, but they took it easy on you here. They gave you a flying grass to deal with, so... They could have been a lot worse about it. No, okay, you only have to do the one then. Send out Banana Beard. I was expecting to see an aerial ace on here, but it looks like that's not going to happen. Well, before I use anything else, let's see exactly how strong Gust is going to be here. Take 2 more hits. All you need to do is go and go back. Okay. Oh, I only get 2 turns. Okay, I didn't realize that. It didn't tell me at any point, or I wasn't paying attention of I had a limited amount of turns. I would have paid a little bit more attention had I known that. Did it not? Oh, it does have that here. But that's kind of hidden. You should just have this and then have another little thing at the bottom that's like, by the way, you only get 2 turns for that. Why the hell would you not explain it that way? That's so weird. Why would you, like, tuck it away in the corner of, oh, by the way? I knew some of the later ones had victory conditions, but I figured it would just be on the middle of the screen. They wouldn't try to, like, hide it from you. That's dumb. Hardy nature. Met in a distant land. Yep, sure was. Alright, so if Gust hits in the air. Out of curiosity, does Double Edge do more damage? It would have to, right? Because otherwise you wouldn't be able to do enough even if it did hit him in the air. That did do more. Not a lot more, but it did do more. Unless Gust is kind of like how using Earthquake while they're digging does more damage. Potentially it could have used it just twice there and it didn't matter, but either way. Yeah, I knew Gust hit in the air. I just didn't know if it did more damage while they were in the air was the thing. Because I know with if they dug under the ground and use Earthquake, it does do more. But I don't know if that's the same for Gust. I use flying types a decently fair bit, but Gust isn't typically something I keep for that long. Usually I've swapped it out for Wing Attack or Air Lace, especially by the time it's level 50. But I'll take a Super Potion. Yeah, it does do double. Okay, that makes sense then. So probably could have just done Gust twice and done enough damage that way. This is just the battle bingo, so we'll exit out of here. I would rather make a story progress and actually go the right way. You think I'd remember from playing enough old school RPGs that typically going down is the way to exit an area. But nope. Oh, you're back already? You should have gone off to play at the Rogam Tower forever. Yep, forever and ever. This uniform's too tight on me. This is all there was that fit me, though. It's nothing. I was just thinking out loud. Yeah, they've already been taken over. I'm a trainer and I've been on the road, but what is it with this town's Pokemon Center? There's no one here. How am I supposed to get my Pokemon healed? We're kind of hooped here. Oh, you're right. Yeah, totally empty. Sorry, kid, we're not open today. Shops need to take holidays too, right? But I want to go in there. Use Earthquake and a double with a Gligar using Dig. It stalls it. That's kind of horse. That's a little bit of horse crap, but yeah, I get it because it's flying. But yeah, that's a bit dumb. You say you've come from Pyrite. When I was young, I often battled in the town square. It brings back memories. All alone in the moonlight. Makuhita cannot be purified. And there's no one in here. Oh, I've seen a TV cameraman and a reporter. Not me. I'm not interested in that sort of thing. Suit yourself. I'll just take the 3 Ultra Balls that somebody just left here. I'm pretty sure the gym is where you're supposed to go, so as a result, I'm going to go over here first. Mayor's house, that's right over there. Now that you mention, I haven't seen him around lately. Has he gone away on vacation? Along with these 2 Hyper Potions, it has. Or he has, rather. The mayor's gone out. Who knows when he'll decide to come back? Oh, house sitting is so deadly dull. It's so boring. Well, fine. I'll go right upstairs. Oh, hi, guy. The mayor's bedroom is upstairs, so there's no getting up there. If there was some music, it might make things less boring. Ah, the old Paper Mario 1 strategy. Distract them with dance. This one fight down, we'll be living here for a long time, I figure. It's awesome, isn't that right, Absol? Alright, Pokeboy, thank you for coming out. Hope to see you for Mario Party Night or Pokemon XD next week. I kind of want to try to play it again this week, but we'll see. Found a music disc. PSP and music disc with a song by a pop idol. Oh, that. It's popular among girls, but it's not what a man like me needs or wants. Please don't ever phrase it like that again, sir. Seems like a waste to just throw it out so you can have it. Take it with you, okay? If you're tired, feel free to have a snooze in that bed. Yeah, he just says the same thing. Alright. Is that anything back here? Nope. this is going to be blocked off, isn't it? Stadium is no longer in use. Since the Rogan Tower went up, all battles have been held there. Yeah. Not going to let us progress. Fair enough. Alright. Oh, do I need to talk to her to give it to her? There's a nice, let me see. Yep, there you go. Maybe that'll make things less boring. Hand it over the music disc. It's Rumble of Love. I'll borrow this. Is she gonna have like a crazy dancing animation? Nope. That's a bit disappointing. Found a mayor's note. Appears to be a letter from the mayor to Justy. Supposed to say, are we gonna get to read it here? There's bad trouble brewing. Of all places, our beloved Phenac is now the target of Cypher. Already, Cypher's members are secretly taking the places of prominent members of our community. If something's not done, the city will be taken over by Cypher without anyone noticing what's happened. Justy must turn to you for help. We need your abilities to overcome the crisis facing our city. You, as the leader of the Prestige Precept Center, should be able to do something. It may be too late, however. Already, I feel threatened by... The letter ended abruptly. Oh, hi, guy. Might you be reading? I'm about to get killed. Oh, you naughty boy, you need to be taught a lesson for snooping. Yep, I really do. Miss Exon. That is an interesting team choice. So Viper and Snowrun. So Viper's alright, but it's no Zangers. However, Zangers. Snowrun is a shadow Pokemon. But needless to say, I'm going to focus on eliminating the other Pokemons first. It does feel weird not having a Shadow Pokemon on my team, but again, since they can be purified so easily in this game, you get to a point, and I guess it's about here, technically possibly earlier, where there's just no need to. It's just the pros of having the Shadow Pokemon of the move that is super effective on all opponents doesn't really outweigh the con of you being too low leveled on that Pokemon and it can't level up until it's purified. If you're gonna use it later, then getting the experience is good, but otherwise, eh. There's that person howling outside again. Such a dramatic death there. So good. Might as well paralyze the Snowrun, I suppose. Bye, Golbat. He will be missed. That's a lie, he will not be missed. And now, lastly, we'll try to get rid of that Mightyena before going in for the kill. Oh, I might have done a little too much damage there. Hopefully Shockwave won't kill Snowrun, but Snowrun's not exactly very good stat-wise. Okay, good. It didn't do that much damage. Guess we need full swipe. Probably won't. But hey, you never know. It's so weird trying to be able to catch what's going on outside. Like, it sounds like people are, like, singing and having a good time, and then it's just interlaced with somebody, like, just, like, yelling for a split second, like, really angrily, and then it just goes back to singing. It's very bizarre. Full swipe, and let's start going for it. Needless to say, I will not be adding Snowrun to my team. Even if I didn't have an ice type already, I still would not take Snowrun. I would rather have no ice type at all than waste the spot for Snowrun. Rich. You weren't supposed to find that. Well, you probably weren't supposed to lose that battle if somebody did find it, so too bad for you. But you know what? I think you'll be wasting your time delivering that to Justy. Yeah, because you captured him, that's why. We already know. What's wrong? Is there something the matter? What's that cipher period? Tell me, did they look something like this? Yeah, they did. They look just like that. Mr. Gone Rag. Another Shadow Pokemon. It would be the Pineco, of course. The self-destruct king himself, Pineco. Nice. Delcatty might end up being killed immediately, but at least it took out Murkrow before it went. Send out a Piter. Alright, there's a paralysis. Not who I figured he was going to target, but alright. Sure. Finally gonna take out Delcatty. Yep, there we go. Gonna go with the oddball play. Excuse me, I had to sneeze there. We'll go with water gun. I feel like that won't do too much damage. You've been licked. We'll just do the same thing there. Nick. Alright, that'll work. I probably would have saved had I known that I was immediately going to get into another fight, but eh. I might be using a guide to, like, know what shadow Pokemon are coming up, but I'm not using one to be like, oh, when you get down the stairs, like, not a full walkthrough or anything like that. I'm just going based off of what I remember of where to go. Otherwise, it'd be a little too boring of just like, yep, know exactly where I'm going and what I'm doing at all times. That kid's like, what the hell? We are all Justy. Yep, you are Legion. You are many, you are one. Count off 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Perfect. We all look this much alike, even I, your own brother, can't tell any of us apart. Everyone knows why we're here. Our job is to confound any enemies that stumble onto us here. We're scatter and deflect attention away from the pre-gen. If it works, we may be in line for admin position. Maybe. These freaking guys are so hilarious. Alright, now that everybody's been fully healed... Put Sfeel in the front, just on the grounds that I plan on keeping Sfeel, for sure. Hello. Oh, I've seen that kid before. Wasn't that at the desert lab? No, my mistake. I'm Justy now. I couldn't have seen him. Hi there, I'm Justy, and I brawl for justice. If it's advice you need, I'm here for you, my friend. A lab in the desert. I don't have the faintest idea. Olay. Yo, Snoop, why can't you just let certain things slide by? Why not, indeed? Like, truly, why not? If only he had a why not that he sent out right then, but oh well. Alright, let's see here. Yep. I probably should reorder Curlia's moves so I've got confusion in the front, because if I'm going for straight attack, that's probably what I'm going to pick. Forex weakness. I probably should look up Sfeel's moveset. I might end up giving it that water pulse if nothing else really speaks to me. Just to give it a stronger water move. It probably goes without saying, but for anybody playing along that has not played before, if you did not snag any of the Shadow Pokemon from these guys the first time that you fought them, or the second time that you fought them, they should have them now. But we already did, so that's not going to be an issue. You're our worst nightmare. Oh, thank you. Bleh, don't you forget this. Oh, I won't. Let's go ahead and move those around. There we go. Hi. You're too young a kid to understand this, but women, they like snooty kinds of cool guys. So I figured that by impersonating Justy, I'd be a homing beacon to the ladies, but... all the women here are my comrades in arms. They all know me. There's no point in chatting them up. Quite the ladies' man. Yeah. I don't know if you have to fight these guys technically, but that said, they are experienced, so... they do give experience, they do give money, so bear that in mind. Yeah, this guy did have a Grimer, it just wasn't a Shadow Grimer. Okay. Well, now I know for next time. Even though I don't think you fight... you might fight them one more time. I don't think you do, though. Alright, now it's y'all's turn. Show me what you got. Poison gas? Sir, that's disgusting. It's like that episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monsters. Oh, one of those worms just barfed on me! It's the way he says it is just like pure indignation, which, I mean, to be fair, anything barfing on you is kind of gross. And Zubat. I'm going to go for full offense on Zubat to try and get Spheal a level before it dies. Nice. I don't think anything in particular is going to be strong here, so we'll just go with Body Slam. Can Curlia survive acid? No. If only Gallade was an option right now, but nope. Gallade was not yet a thing. Well, at least we can see how much Body Slam would have done. And it wasn't bad. If I was trying to catch that tentacle, that would be very good, but since I am not... Oh, mama, I've lost. You're just a kid. You're too strong for one. Yeah, I'm just a kid and life is a nightmare. Oh, thanks for the battle CD, though. I'm just a kid. I know that it's not fair. Oh, the red one dropped something, too. I'll grab that in a second. So if you beat them, they drop. I assume those are all battle CDs. Unless one of them has, like, an actual key that you need. I'm going to assume you're green. I'm Justy. My fellowship is 6. There are also 6 Justies. There's 6 of us, so our presence, or our sense of presence, is 6-fold. Our appeal is 6-fold, too. We're not just bit players. Hey, I was right. Come on, kid. I'll take you with my 6-fold power. Sir, you will not be taking me in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I don't know what you think you're doing, boy. Alright, confusion on Oddish, Aurora Beam, Uncat, yeah. It's always nice when you get exactly the type matchups you need to be able to do super effective hits on both of your opponents. And you also get to go first on both attacks. They just immediately lose 2. It's beautiful. Which, granted, this was the guy with, like... He almost has, like, a Pokemon breeder team where they have a lot of them, but they're not too terribly strong. They're usually the breeders have a little bit more variety in their types rather than just going for one specific thing. Though, to be fair, I've never known anybody, like, Pokemon player-wise to ever, like, carry a team of all one type. Not even just, like, professionally, just in general. Like, even casual players don't really do that. Because for playing through the game, why would you? Like, oh, you're just going to want to use, like, all flying types. Like, yeah, that's fine. And then you'll end up in an electric gym and you're just going to be in trouble. Because every Pokemon you have is going to be weak or at least neutral damage to it. Nothing's going to resist anything in there. That's probably why people have teams like the Eevee teams. Is that, yeah, for the cuteness slash coolness factor, but also because they're all different types, so you can have a diverse set of offensive and defensive strategies. Alright, Mr. Greasix. Ugh. Drop that Basilisk and get on out of here. You haven't seen anything of our brother. I don't want to see anything else. What does the kid say, out of curiosity? A whole bunch of Justies popped out. It would take someone as good as Justy to pull off a double team himself. He's so awesome. Well, the actual Justy got kidnapped, I hate to tell you. But he got. Yeah, I'm Justy. I'm the toughest of the toughs, the most popular guy in all of Phenac. Besides, in other words, I look like Justy even without putting on a disguise. Blue? Hey, nice guess. I should have started calling which one I thought it was at the beginning, because thus far I would actually be 100% right. I was thinking red, then purple, then green, then blue. But tragically, I have no way to prove that for the first two. Oh well.
That was not what I expected him to summon, but okay. I mean, that is a blue Pokemon, but I was expecting, you know, another water type. Let's just focus the Goldeen for now, I suppose. Okay, Goldeen focused, it's gone. I wish I remembered what else Steel was weak to besides ground and fire. For some reason, I just cannot remember. Oh well, it did enough damage. That's the important thing. It's probably something like Bug. It's probably just something I never use. When I get serious, the consequences could be really bad. That's why I took it easy on you. Yep, that's exactly why, and for no other reason. Maybe it could be that you sucked. I didn't really see any other ones. I assume all 6 are supposed to be here. Ah, here we go. Here's yellow and orange. Hey, you nitwit, there's no point in having 2 Justies hanging around here together. Go somewhere else. Yeah, but I found this place first. You go find your own place. Nonsense. For someone as elegant and gorgeous as I, only a setting this plush is worthy. You don't use that condescending tone to me. I'm older than you. Besides, we're both Justy now. I'm gonna assume I have to fight yellow first. Hey! But what's been seen to be used as witness testimony. You can curse your luck, but we can't let you walk away. Yeah, we'll go for the Electrite. Too many memories of getting paralyzed by them on that specific route in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. The one initially you have to go through, and then you probably bike across it every subsequent time, so you don't have to deal with all the Electrite paralyzing you. Because that is a bit obnoxious. It's also one of the routes you fight May on, or Brendan, depending on which gender you picked. I think I remember that being the first fight that I lost whenever I first played Ruby Sapphire, just because like it came out of nowhere of like, oh, hi, rival battle. Sure, why not? Maybe it's just my imagination, but it feels like at least in early games, if you want a good ground type move, it's literally just Earthquake or Bust. Everything else is just like, yeah, that doesn't really do enough damage to justify using it. Thankfully that got a critical, so... I'll kind of hit with a mix of stuff here. Some physical, some special. We'll just see what works or what doesn't. I think I'll switch to Jolteon in my lead instead of Spiel when I get a chance, but it's not going to let me do that here. You're tough enough that I'm willing to let you become my little brother. Think it over, okay? I've thought it over. The answer's no. You're just a kid, but you're good at battling. I hate battling. I wish you'd leave me alone. Okay, well then fine. I'll pick up this battle CD. And switch to Jolteon. I don't have any regular potions. Okay. And then I'll come fight you. But that's all, Freddy. I'm just trying to project myself as a cool and intellectual Justy. A cool and smart guy doesn't waste his time battling. However, it's a different story when it comes to pests. Isn't it just? Oh, right. Brow 6. I keep thinking orange, but nope. Brown. It does look more brown in this, but it's also an indoor shot, because the last time we fought him, it was outdoors, so the lighting was a bit different. So maybe that's part of the reason why. I foresee no difficulty. Try swapping enemies here, see how that does. Now you've done it. I went and face planted on the carpet. It was also brown, so I was trying to camouflage myself, but it didn't work. Haven't you had enough? Go somewhere and play. Nah. Alright, that's all 6 of those idiots. Let's go heal, save, and take on whoever is in the pre-gym. Hello? Welcome to the Prestige Preset Center, or as everyone says, the pre-gym. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it the pre-gym from this point on. You have a letter from the mayor for Justy, is that right? Oh, I hear a little voice whispering to me. It says I'm evil. Like, at this point, do we really need the letter? Because the letter's warning him, like, yo, dog, I feel like people are trying to take over, but, like, at this point, it's pretty clear that Justy's been kidnapped or is working for the enemy, but if you played the first game, you know that he's probably been kidnapped. So, really, the letter's kind of a moot point. Because if he's been kidnapped, like, no duh, there's something going on. And now we have a Shadow Natu. A Pokemon I wish was actually better than it is. You did it. You identified Jolteon. We're very proud. Well done, sir. I'm gonna go for Confusion on Natu since it won't be very effective because Jolteon can just get rid of Lanoon. Do not need it. Since both the Jolteon's attacks would have been super effective, I didn't want to try using those. Female, so Attract won't work here. That's a bit of a shame, but oh well. Onwards and upwards. The problem is now we've kind of reached the point where I feel like the best option is literally just to keep doing that and nothing else. Confusion. I guess we'll swap into Shroomish here. Mud Slap won't do anything because it's part flying, and the next lowest would be Water Gun, but it's still going to have same type attack bonus, so it's still going to do decent damage. Alright. That will probably be enough between those two attacks. No, don't confuse it. It might be able to do self-damage once without accidentally killing itself. Alright, let's see how it goes. Natu was caught. We've defeated Eloin Musk. Yeah, steal our Pokemon, will you? Yeah, I sure will. I'll sure do that for you. Just for the heck of it, let's go heal. The old heal and save. Now that we've actually encountered a shadow Pokemon, let's see what's next here. Yeah, there's still a couple left in here. Man, I thought I was gonna sneeze, and then I ended up not sneezing. That's always the worst when you're just sitting there waiting for it, and it's just like, nope, not doing it today. So obnoxious. Oh well. Up here. You're probably also one of them, correct? What is happening? Oh, you actually are like, either you're a phenomenal actor compared to everybody else, or you actually are a proper one. You are good, but the way you battle is different. Pokemon are just tools for battling. The way you battle, you play things too safe with your Pokemon. Since you don't seem to hear what I'm saying, I suppose I better just beat it into you. Oh, I need to be using more self-destruct. I see what you're saying. Yeah, she's gonna have one. She has the Shadow Pokemon. It's not either of these, though. Golbat, Thundershock, and Remoraid. If Golbat survives, because I know Remoraid's not going to survive, we'll take it out next turn. But Roselia is her Shadow Pokemon. Which is not a very good option either, because bear in mind, even if you do like Roserade, it is not yet an option at this point in the series. I do find it funny that, like, the Pokemon that we've been running into, the Shadow Pokemon at least recently we've been running into, the ones that stereotypically look female have been ending up male and vice versa. Like, Roselia looks stereotypically female and is a male. Same thing with Ralts Curlia. The first one was a female, but this one's a male. It's more so, I guess, just strange odds, because... Yeah, we'll just do that. It's more so just strange odds, because usually the ones that stereotypically look one gender or another tend to have imbalanced types when finding them at random. It's not a 50-50 split of 50% chance to find it, it's female, 50% it's male. It's usually like 80-20 or 75-25, somewhere in there. Mind, because why not? And then we'll bite again, and that should be plenty. Yeah, that'll work. Calm Mind helped me a bunch in doing my playthrough of Sapphire recently, the no commentary playthrough of Sapphire. Between using that and then healing every, like, couple turns, eventually it just gave me so much special defense that I wasn't getting damaged by stuff. And my special attack was so high I was one-shotting everything rather than getting it to low health where I knew the gym leaders were inevitably just gonna heal through it until they couldn't do that anymore. Well, if it does eliminate one of my two teammates here. Yep, like that. Yeah, I know what we're doing. Fire another Pokeball, and if that doesn't work, then we've got Attract. I think I was worried about like not catching Pokemon. I think that's the first one that's failed. Well, second one now that's failed today. Of like, yeah, we've had a couple that have failed here, but I think we're not going to be running out of Pokeballs like I was worried might happen. For the heck of it, I'll switch over to Shroomish if I really need to kick it into red using False Swipe. Alright. Yellow, 2 status effects. Let's give it another go. There we go. Nice. I do wish catching them still gave you experience, but oh well. You have no appreciation for work. Nope, I don't. I really don't. Before I do this next fight, not only am I going to heal and save, I'm actually going to switch around some of the Shadow Pokemon in the PC so that the ones that are ready to be purified are moved out, and the ones that need to start lowering the heart gauge can do so. Like, again, that's something I can do off screen, but this doesn't take that long, and also if you're playing along, you should get in the habit of doing this. Yeah, because these are all ready to go. Yeah, technically I should have a 5th chamber. I should be setting that up right now. I should be purifying those 4, but I'll do that one next. I have to go back to the overworld for whatever reason. I did heal, correct? I did. Yes, I did. You gotta be sure. Because again, I know you can get Shadow Pokemon if you make a mistake, like you do get other opportunities, but I want to try to not do that. You're good. You figured out that I'm the real Justy. I did. I figured out that you are not, in fact, the real Justy. Oh yes, if you want to be precise, I'm the real Justy impersonator. Thanks, Kokichi. Even Justy couldn't do a thing when he showed him that we had hostages galore. He's being a model prisoner with the mayor and the rest of them right here in the pre-gym's basement. If you want to play hero and rescue them, well, then you need to deal with me for... Well, then why didn't he just, like, battle you? Like, in theory, if I'm such a good guy, you should be able to use that same strategy on me and have it work. I should have been paying attention what this guy's name was, but it's not the big deal. We'll have to go with that. Sneasel is part dark, so I can't use Confusion. Bye, Kadabra. Knew there was no way I was surviving that. Miss Drevis. The wonderful memes that Miss Drevis has created thanks to this game and Coliseum. If it doesn't affect Miss Drevis, what do I want to do here? I think I want to get rid of Sneasel. There can be only one fast Pokemon in this fight. Well, if you're going to use Double Team, then yeah, I am absolutely getting rid of you. That goes without saying. Nobody likes a Double Team spammer. Not a soul out there likes them. It's people that do that. That's like the reasons why we have moves like Shockwave and Aerial Ace. Is specifically so you cannot spam that. That will not be happening, sir. Oh, speaking of Aerial Ace. Do I have anything else that can't possibly miss? I don't think so, which is what they were probably hoping for. Yeah, we'll just go with one we're actually planning on using. If I need to swap to Delcatty for his Shadow Pokemon, if I do end up with a male Shadow Pokemon that I can catch, then I will, but otherwise I'm not going to worry about it. Yep, here it goes. You used Double Team once, so naturally all of your attacks are going to have like a 30% chance to hit now. Could we at least get the other one out, please? Thank you. And there it is, Meowth. It is a male Meowth, so we could use Attract on it. Poor Meowth. But it's not the Meowth, you know? So it's just, eh. Reminds me of playing a fan-made version of a... I think it was a hack of Fire Red? Oh my gosh, this freaking thing. Get out of here. I'll just keep attacking until you die. Yeah, how fitting. Another move that can't miss after you've used Double Team once, and as a result I can't hit you at all. There we go. Like, really, use whatever strategy you want, but just know that if you spam Double Team, like, you are the scum of the earth. As long as you're aware of that, then it's fine. But yeah, I did use Meowth in that hack just in order to use Payday over and over on wild battles, because there wasn't much in the game. It didn't go that far. But they had added a couple items, and one of them was, like, insanely expensive, and so I actually did bother to grind my way all the way up to being able to buy that item. I don't remember what it was now, but I distinctly remember using Payday a lot. That's probably about as far as we can go without using a false swipe. So we'll try once. If it fails, then we'll use Attract. If it fails again, we'll just keep false swiping until it gets down to 1 HP and paralyzed and attracted. And at that point, if it doesn't want to catch, like, I don't know what to tell you. Thankfully, not a problem, though. We've stolen your kitty cat. I blew that one. I guess you did. Sure, we'll go with that. Sorry, pal. Beating me won't set the bunch downstairs free. You need the elevator key to get into the pre-dims basement. Sorry to say, nobody trusts me with anything important like that. I was waiting to see the flashing item on the ground, not gonna lie. Oops. Up the stairs and then go that direction. Okay, this might be a little tough going in. Only because there are 5 shadow Pokemon that we have to catch in a row without messing up. I feel like that's enough, like, Pokeball-wise. I don't know how I'm going to be doing level-wise, though. I don't really have any hold items that work here. Like, I have the charcoal and the black glasses, sure, but those don't really work for any Pokemon that I have. Oh, well. Let's go ahead and save first. And I think I am going to go ahead and head over to the Purify Chamber and go ahead and get that set up. Just because we're about, like, we just picked up a fair few Shadow Pokemon, and like I said, we're about to pick up another, potentially up to 5, so... The good news is... Oh, it might actually be 6. These are all in Phenac Stadium, which is where we're headed next, but... I'm willing to bet, like, 4 of these are probably, like, battles 1, 2, 3, and 4. One's the boss, but then there's one after that I don't think is immediately related, but we'll figure that out in a second. The good news is once we catch all those, we will be very close to being able to catch the one I want to catch for my team. Alright, let's boot this thing up. Let's see here. Edit sets. I left that 4th one in there because I'm just going to walk around long enough for it to be purified. That bar is almost empty. So if I just walk for like 30 seconds, I'm willing to bet it'll be ready. Alright, what does Carvana get? Water Pulse. Not a bad choice. Refresh. We actually did get a level, somehow. Makuhita was just in the system, so it's only going to get back to 1. It's not going to get any levels. I've just never found Makuhita to be effective enough for me. Not just in XD, Gale of Darkness, like any game where it's been available that I've ever tried using it, it didn't do it for me. Brick Break, that is a really good move, though. I will be putting that on one of my team that I'm going to be picking up later. And lastly, Vulpix. How fitting that this set right here has 2 of the wild catchable Pokemon. I didn't even do that on purpose, but this is where they ended up. It regained Heat Wave. I don't recognize that move, but I don't use Vulpix a lot. It also got Charm and a Ribbon. We'll just do a couple laps here and wait for the little notification to pop up. So hopefully you're all doing well. If you're watching this on the archives, today is the 18th of April of 2023, which means it is almost my mom's 58th birthday in 2 days. Yes, her birthday is on 4/20. That is not just a joke, it actually is. Though we're doing her birthday celebration on Friday because that's just easier for everyone. But yeah, it'll be nice to have a break. Work tried to freak me out because I had 4 days off this week. There it is. I had 4 days off this week, and I was like, "Oh, perfect! Like that'll give me plenty of time." And then one person who only was on for 2 days called in, and I ended up with one of those days. I'm like, "No, I'm not going to be skipping out on my mother's birthday. That will not be happening. No matter how much you beg and plead and whine and whimper, it will not be happening." And thankfully, they were not stupid enough to give me the one Friday off that I've asked for since being at this job, and that's been for over 3 years. They can manage for 1 day. Barely, but they can manage for 1 day. Which is probably a big part of the reason why they actually let me do it, is because they realized, like, they can't manage without me, but as a result, that means they need to actually, like, let me have time to do other things. Can I get to that spot that I want to? There we go. I'm just gonna add one each to these to really get the flow of them going. Doesn't have to be perfect or anything, just as long as it's pretty good tempo. Go ahead and do this, and then we'll stick him into set 5. But yeah, like, imagine how long it would have taken to purify all of these without this setup. Like, if you watched me or watched the live, whether you watched the live stream or watched the archive of this, you know that there was a reason that when it came to purifying shadow Pokemon, I just did it all off screen. Like, it's not interesting, you're not gaining any info by watching me do it, it's all the exact same thing. Of taking them to Mount Battle, slowly lowering the gauge, getting them down to 0, and then taking them to the statue to purify them. And that was it. Alright. Let's put the new ones in and have them get a working. There we go. But yeah, like, if I wanted to purify that set, like, I would have had a full team of Shadow Pokemon. And, like, that just would not have been effective in terms of progressing story of using only Shadow Pokemon that don't have any moves other than the Shadow moves. Yeah, that would have been an exercise in futility if ever there was one. Especially since they can't gain any levels. Yeah, we will keep it as is here. I'm assuming I'm going to have to fight that guy, so I'm going to go ahead and save after we did all that. Bah, looks like our secret's out of the bag already. We didn't want any attention until our recovery operation was done, but it's too late for that now. Olay. Whoops, did I say recovery operation? Don't you worry about it. It's got nothing to do with you. Well, it does now, Mr. Grek. It's like a mix of Greg and Brick. It's like they couldn't decide which of the two names they wanted, because both, like, they wanted to try to make their kid sound cool by calling him something like Brick. But then they ended up just splitting the difference and using both names, and as a result, now it's just not cool at all. It's just bad across the board. I don't know what show reference. Oh, it's the middle. That's what it is. Yeah, the middle. I think it's in the first episode because they've got a kid named Brick who's very quirky, and they're like, yeah, we hoped by naming him Brick that, like, by giving him a cool name that he would be cool, and it's like, I don't know, like, sometimes that works, and then sometimes it just clearly does not, so I don't think there's any association to a name being effective. The stereotype for other people, sure, maybe. And if that's enough to push you into that box, but, probably not for most people. Oh, maybe we don't have to fight these all in a row, because this was one that I was expecting to have to catch later. Alright, well, in the meantime, let's get rid of Nuzleaf. Nope, it's part ground, I can't do that. I'll have to use Attract on it instead. And also, I guess, technically I could try to use, the Spore attack, whatever it was called, whatever it is Shroomish has that I can't remember the name of, since it will actually hopefully connect if it doesn't miss. Shockwave, can't use that move again, so we'll go with Bite. Bite's probably going to be enough. Yep. Yeah, that's fine. I'd rather it be not effective than accidentally kill it. Or do nothing rather than accidentally kill it. It's ground and ice. I don't think Psychic is, like, super strong against that. So we're gonna see what happens, I guess. As long as it doesn't do too much damage or confuse it. I really don't want it to confuse. Do a decent amount of damage and be on your way. That'll work. Perfect. We'll leave it right there for the time being. And Stun Spore, or at least try to. Also another reason I want to keep Shroomish around for capturing the Pokespot Pokemon. I talked about it last episode, but the big issue you run into if you're trying to catch any of the Pokespot Pokemon is Thunder Wave is going to work on very, very few of them. Because you have 9 possible options, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those 9 options have a ground subtype, and as a result, that means that Thunder Wave will not do anything on it, so you'll have to find a different way to paralyze them if you're going to hit them with that status effect. I guess we can go ahead and start attempting to catch this here. I always think you like need to knock it into red, but it's like it's still got 2 status effects on it, and it's not that high a level, so. Take it easy, don't be so rough. Nope. Your Swinub is mine. It will never be used. Much like the 4th Blue Eyes card, I'm taking it and ripping it in half so it can never be used against me. Minus the ripping it in half part. You think he would have kept the 4th Blue Eyes rather than ripping it in half just so he had a backup, but at the same time, Episode 1 Kaiba with the evil part still in him is very different from the rest of the Duelist Kingdom Kaiba, who's very different from the remainder seasons of Kaiba. I'm going to save one more time just because I'm not fully convinced that I did. Always save twice, kids. Always. Do I want to keep this set? Yeah, we'll keep that. Potentially we might be having to do 4 battles in a row here. Though it looks like it might let us back out, so we don't have to do multiple in a row. Oh, hi little boy. Didn't anyone tell you to stay out? No, no one did. Oh, I hate it when they do that, because I know that Electroike has Lightning Rod, because I want to hit that stupid Pelipper with Thunderbolt, but it's not gonna let me. Guys are jerks of the highest caliber. I know a trap when I see one. There's no way that thing did not have Lightning Rod. There's no way. Everybody knows Pelipper's an easy target for getting hit with electricity. And the picture for Spirit looks kind of weird. But it is a Shadow Pokemon. So hopefully Confusion won't accidentally kill it. I didn't see what level it was. 22. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, let's get rid of that Pelipper. Paralyze you. Is it a male? It is a male, so if we need to switch into Delcat, we can. Yeah, even with all that defense, that 4X weakness really hurts. Yeah, beaten by some little kid. Oh, don't worry, I've been hearing that a lot in the last couple battles, so don't worry about it too much. Stay out of this, kid, it's for your own good. No. Mr. Faultley. It's like a mix of faulty and flatline. Every time I've ever dealt with the Stantler, they've been a tremendous pain in the butt. So I'm going to get rid of that first. Luckily, the Intimidate was completely useless on these two, since I'm not going to be attacking physically. I remember catching it was a pain in the butt, too, in Coliseum. It's one of the earlier ones that I remember having a very tough time with. And there's the Shadow Grimer, the actual Shadow Grimer. I do want that on my team. Shoemaker's making an uproar. Yeah, you continue to do that. Have a great time with it. I'm afraid Confusion might do too much damage since it's going to be same type attack bonus plus weakness. I think it'll just do too much. So we'll see how Shockwave does. I did say it's good defensively, particularly if you give it acid armor. It's very good in both physical and special defense by using that. Again, I was not paying attention to gender, which I should have been doing. It's because I'm not one to use Attract a ton, but since you're having to go after opponent's Pokemon rather than wild Pokemon, it's a very unique situation to get put in here. Which is again why I think most people should play one of these two games. It's just a shame you either have to pay a bunch of money or yard hard it in order to be able to play it. Alright, so it's already in love. Let's paralyze it as well. From there, just start damaging. Well, I did want to swap out, so that's kind of a pain. But I guess if I lose Jolteon, it'll force me to swap, so... Whenever I start to go catch all the Pokespot Pokemon, I'm going to have to bear in mind that Trapinch is probably going to have Arena Escape, and as a result, I won't be able to switch. I'm going to go ahead and start attempting here. Nice. Okay, so it's me that gets lost. Yeah, exactly. Now get out of here. You crazy kid. Alright, cool. Thankfully it will let me leave to heal and save. Yeah. I was thinking, do I want to wait on Grimer or go ahead and switch it in now? I think I'm going to go ahead and switch it in now. I might do a little bit of off-screen grinding to get Kirlia up to the appropriate level, but also Grimer as well. And purifying it, but we'll see how far we get thus far. First, actually, first and foremost. It's not gonna let me. These both have items on them. Don't think I can't see those. I guess to be fair, the only one I might want is the Never Melt Ice, but yeah, let's go ahead and switch things around real quick. Let's go ahead and deposit some of these so I don't run out of space. I'll hang on to that Never Melt Ice for Spiel. Yeah, see, look, we just put those in there, and look how much the gauge is decreasing on some of them, especially that second one. Probably just one that has a nature that works really well with the Purify Chamber, but still. Did I already heal? I did already heal. Okay, good. I don't expect Grimer to survive the series of fights here, but I do want him to get the heart gauge lowered a little bit. Alrighty. Forget it, you can't have our videotapes, you can't do this to the press. Yeah, you tell that asshole. What are those lips? Jeez. For a prisoner, you're rather hard-nosed, I must say, but it won't just do to have those tapes broadcast to the public. I've been promised the position of Ori's governor by none other than Master Grievel. Grievel Underwood? So you must understand, it wouldn't do to be known that I have muzzled the citizens of Phenac. If that got out, imagine what harm it would bring to my pristine political record. Now hand over the videotapes, please. I don't care about your sick aspirations or your stupid hat. ONBS stakes the very existence of delivering the truth for justice. I will get this news out. Oh, you are you the dastardly child who won't stop fooling in our affairs? Eggnog, what are you doing? Get rid of this pest. I know it's Eggrog, but Eggnog will work. Besides, he's also yellow and white, so you know, egg. Let's fight Monsieur Egg. He does have a Shadow Pokemon, but it is not either of those. I wish I'd used Steel instead of Jolteon, but oh well, I can still get the Hoot out pretty easily. Yep, no problem. Graveler dug a hole. Well, good on you. Good on you for doing that. We'll just target your friend instead. I think this next battle I might actually end up being in trouble in, because looking at these levels, 26 is Starting to get pretty close to what I am at level-wise. Oh, that almost actually beat him, too. Dang. Oh, well. I probably am going to lose Jolteon regardless of what I do, unfortunately. But I'm going to try to switch into Spheal to get rid of that Graveler. I was about to say, I have a feeling they're going to target Spheal, because it seems like, as bad as the enemy is about using something where it's like, oh, this could heavily damage one opponent and not damage the other, and they tend to go for the other, they are pretty good about targeting Pokemon that are at low HP. And there we go, there's the Shadow Pokemon Seal. Which I will obviously not be using, as I already have a Water Ice type on my team. What gender was it? Was it male? It was male. Okay. As for Spheal, just go ahead and get rid of Graveler. I forgot to add the Never Melt Ice on him, but that's alright. Attract. That should be fine to use. If I can paralyze him and damage him at the same time, we can speed this process up a little bit. Yeah, go ahead, lower my evasiveness. See if I care. That's gonna do too much, and Secret Power might do something I don't want it to do. Oh wait, I don't want to switch out. That. I'm mostly trying to set up for the following fight here. Yes, that's what I wanted. Alright, I believe that's about as good as I'm gonna hope for, honestly. Let's give it a go. That was really, excuse me, that made me laugh enough to start coughing. That was a really weird camera angle change onto Spheal, or onto Seal, not Spheal, onto Seal right before I threw the snag ball. That just caught me off guard. It was so weird. It's like, here's a picture of Seal. Thanks, game. Appreciate it. That was stunning. That footage should be electrifying. Cameraman, did you get that on tape? Seeing as the camera's pointed at the ground, I'm going to assume no. Sorry, but you can't expect me to keep filming under these conditions. Oh, this is precisely the time your camera should be rolling. So, show some journalistic guts. Words are hard. Cut, cut. If Master Griffin were to see this, he would be most displeased. I have no mercy for anyone in my way, even for a child like you. You answer to me now. No, I do not, you weirdo. His outfit looks like if somebody tried to explain what Mewtwo looked like without any, like, picture evidence. They just had to explain it from memory, and then he had to recreate the costume, or had to recreate what Mewtwo looked like as a costume. That's about what he would probably come up with. Or, like, what a robot would come up with. That'd be about what you would expect. I can't use electricity on either of these. I'm trying to think who I would rather target. I guess probably Lantern. Because I think if he does have other water types that actually could get damaged pretty heavily by electricity, that would be the one that I would be more worried about managing to use Volt Absorb or Lightning Rod or something to stop me from doing that. Like, yeah, Quagsire could be a defensive nightmare if it's allowed to set up, but if I can get Quagsire by itself, then it wouldn't be as big a deal. Plus, I somehow managed to stop Lantern twice in a row from doing anything. Oh, he went straight for the Shadow Pokemon. Okay. Alright. I hear ya. Alright, well now we kind of have to split up our attacks a little bit here. I wish I could paralyze the Quagsire as well. Like, I'd probably just leave it alone and leave it paralyzed, but no such dice here. Oh, right, I forgot they had that too, that basically a weather effect. I'm getting the feeling I might have to play a little bit more aggressively than I want to in this fight. On the risk of, if I don't, I'm gonna get knocked out before I realize it. It's just like stuff like this where both my teams getting hit is... In a game with a lot of double battles, you have to be very, very careful about stuff that multi-targets you. Now, go with what you were initially thinking. Don't second-guess yourself, dumbass. The more you do that, the more likely you are to accidentally screw yourself over. If this works as planned, I would actually get both of them out in the same turn, because Lunatone would get caught and Quagsire would get defeated. I think Quagsire is defeated regardless. Yes! Because I think even if Bite doesn't kill him, he's going to get hit by that weather effect thing, and that will be enough to take him out. So I think he's done regardless. Oh, he still had one left. He still had the tank. Well, I'm probably just going to target the cast form, because, like, that's just an easy target, and that would take him down to 1. I don't think he's got another one after this. I didn't think he had a Matang. Yeah, that's all he's got. Alright, if that's the case, yeah, let's just... Please go for Grimer. Please. Of the two, that would be the one I'd rather lose, because the Thunderbolt's going to do way more damage. That did not do as much as I was expecting. It did paralyze him, though, so there's that. They're just gonna keep damaging me over and over here. I can take one more of those against Jolteon if somehow Jolteon does not get targeted at all this round. Which I would find very unlikely. Ah, well, I'm glad I attacked it with both attacks then. Jolteon's probably gone now. Yep. The good news, so is... Cast Form. Even if my attack somehow missed, as long as that weather's still in effect, then he's gonna be gone. I don't think the Shadow Pokemon weather effect like messes with accuracy like Sandstorm does, though. I don't think it does. Alright, now that's gone. I don't remember if Matang has Levitate or not, so we might as well find out, I guess. And I don't think either of these are very effective. I mean, we could try, I guess. If it's not, then obviously I'm going to go with Confusion, because even if Confusion is also not effective, at least I'm getting stabbed. At this point, we just have to keep hitting him over and over. Okay, he doesn't have Levitate. But that probably still wasn't enough to justify going with something else, so we'll go with Aurora Beam. Slowly but surely keep chipping away. I don't think he can beat me at this point. I've got too many Pokemon left for him to be able to get through them all. I know it's not very effective, but it'll get canceled out by the same type attack. And again, at this point, does it really matter? Just on the off chance that the game decides to do like, hey, here's a random critical hit. We thought that would be cool. We'll see if Shockwave does more or less. I feel like they'll probably be about the same, though. Cool. I know it's a waste to revive, but I would not put it past the game to be like, oh, he just barely survived, and then he critical Delcatty and killed it. And now you're down to just your Teddiursa. Surprised that Lunatone was as easy to catch as it was. I was expecting it to put up way more of a fight than that. Duh! No! Duh? Do you mean dough? How's this possible? I've never seen a child so strong. But no matter. Since I've brought Gorgie in enough time, his precious recovery operation must be finished by now. Today we will leave quietly, but don't you forget us. That run animation, yo. Hello. Thank you. You kept them from taking our videotapes. We've got some explosive footage. My name's Marcia. We were gathering news in Phenac when Cypher caught us and brought us here. But there's a silver lining in this. We managed to capture your heroics on tape. We did, didn't we? Yeah, you bet I did. I got everything on tape this time. Did you actually, or are you just saying that? Okay, we need to rush back to Pirate and get this news out on the air as soon as possible. Let's meet again. Thanks for everything. Have fun. Don't get kidnapped again on the way in. There was something on the floor. This corridor is all twisted. And there's the elevator key we need to free everybody. Wait, can I go back in? I want to make sure, because I might be remembering. Yeah, I was about to say, I think there might be something around here. Check the whole perimeter to make sure I don't miss something else here. Because you wouldn't think in a stadium of all places that there'd be items, but... probably don't want to miss those. Especially not a TM. I think that's Ice Beam, actually, so you really don't want to miss that. It is Ice Beam. So we did... Thanks. Appreciate it. So we did catch everything, but it does say that there is still one more Shadow Pokemon in Phenac Stadium. I'm gonna go ahead and save again. I don't think there's any more immediate fights here, but... just in case there is, I'd like to have a fully healed team in case I make a mistake or lose or something. I'm glad we're getting our next one pretty soon, though, for Shadow Pokemon, because I'm starting to... I'm not getting enough return on investment for Teddy Ursa. The Ultra Ball was very helpful, though. That did help quite a bit. Hello, everyone! That was a walking animation. I'm Phenac Mayor Trest. Who are you? How did you get in here? Oh my, so you Delta sent that scoundrel Snaddle packing. That is quite amazing. Does that finally mean we can leave this miserable place? Miserable? This place looks awesome! But even a nice prison is still a prison, so... Everyone, I need your attention, please. Let us all thank Delta heartily, then get out of here. Yeah, y'all take off. We're close to having Cypher replace all our citizens with their members. What a heinous plot, but it was stopped and we owe it all to you. On behalf of the whole city, I sincerely thank you. In fact, I can't thank you enough right now. If you could, please visit me at my home later. Your actions saved the city. We all owe you a big thanks. I'd like to keep in touch. May I get your PDA number? I'll give you a call if anything comes up. I.e., if you get caught again. Got it. Thank you. I'll be in touch. I was just thinking, I think Phenac was targeted because Cypher wanted to quash rumors that were spreading in town. People in the city have seen shady characters coming and going in the desert. People were talking about it. According to what people say, there's something in the desert around here. You should ask around for details from the people in the city. Alright, but first, I'm gonna check and see if anything is down here. I know there is something, but I don't remember if it's in this game, in Coliseum, or both. Training facility for Pokemon and their trainers. You provide a good mix of environments. Pokemon of any type can get worthwhile training. Got separated from my Pokemon when they held us prisoner. Hey, where are you? Come on, Trampedge, come back. Yeah, there's an item. A battle CD. What's up? Oh, just a battle CD, huh? Thought my Pokemon came back. Nope. I'm sure it's around, possibly somewhere, maybe. Anything else you got? Nope. I came from a gate to take my granddaughter home, but as I got to Phenac, I was caught up in this whole affair. Thank you so much. We can finally return to Agate. I was going to visit a gate with my grandma, but then those people came and locked us up. I'm going to run a daycare just like my grandma when I grow up. If you visit a gate, please come to the daycare. Ah, so that's what opens that up. Gotcha. A fake that looked just like me was standing here? Yep. Is that right? But she wasn't as pretty as me, I bet. Wow. My imposter gave lessons on Pokemon are just tools for battle, and she even wrote that on my whiteboard. How dare she? Nice. Nobody else up here? Alright. It's not fair that Justy couldn't do a thing during this incident. He's really tough. If Cypher comes back in, he'll take care of things by himself. Yeah, unless they get hostages again, in which case he'll just have to roll over and die. Let's see if he's got anything else for us. Ah, that's where you get the EXP share. Nice. Well, let's see. He saved us in our darkest hour. Justy couldn't do a thing knowing we were being held hostage. Honestly, if he hadn't arrived, I shudder to think what would have become of our city. You would have been replaced by creepos, most likely. How dare he impersonate me that much? Oops. Nope. No, I did want to save. I did want to save. There we go. I'm going to check in the stadium again to see if the shadow Pokemon's in here now that we've scared them off. Oh, there's somebody in here. Hello. Oh, you're here to battle? Sure. You're not who I was looking for, though. Like, to be honest, I was looking for Mirror B. The next one on this is held by Mirror B. And it says he's in Phenac Stadium. But that's obviously not this random NPC. Blah. Excellent. Yes. Get in reverse mode so I can get you out of reverse mode and get that gauge lowered. Again, I'll probably off-screen the rest of that gauge down. I don't know about purifying, though. That one I'm not 100% sure on. I'll probably do like I did with Coliseum. Like, if I do grinding and stuff like that, if anything of note happens, like, oh, they learned a new move and I swapped that out, I'll probably just write it all down in my notes and just, like, go over it just in order of, like, sure, Jolteon got this, and then I swapped it out for this. Like, just nice and simple and precise and concise. Yeah, you copy my stat changes that I didn't do. I do like that Grimer has a third shadow move, but it's not like a shadow move. It's just Shadow Punch, which is a ghost move. That's a nice touch. Jolteon's trying to learn Double Kick. Ooh, that's tough. I guess we'll go ahead and get rid of Sand Attack. If I do need to, air quote, attack without doing damage, I could just waste a Thunder Wave. Double Kick's not exactly the be-all, end-all of amazing, but having a different type move is always a good thing. That would be a nice way to deal with any steel types. Well, since Mirror B isn't here right now, I'm just assuming at this point, once you've, like, freed the area, he probably has the potential to pop up on that radar that you picked up. If you remember from the last stream, I picked up a radar where you can locate Mirror B. And occasionally he'll just show up in different areas, and Phenac Stadium is probably just one of those areas. And once he does, then he'll have the Shadow Pokemon in question. Alright, so with that all said and done, we are going to go ahead and end things off here. We made a decent amount of headway. I would have liked to make a little bit more, but we did get a fair bit of Shadow Pokemon in that list, so yeah, we got a fair few. And we'll probably end up with my favorite one next time. Oh. So, thank you all for watching. I will see you all later for Mario Party Night on Saturday at 5, which is at Chicago, otherwise known as Central Time, where you can use your channel points and determine what Mario Party games I play. But until then, I will see you all later. Take care, guys.